is what it looks like without any skincare, moisturizer of any sort. I just like don't want to stress out, you know?
The night away, I let my head down if I want.
Dating. Okay, I basically reinvented myself to this point, so.
Oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, I'm literally putting on some of my clay mask. My face, I cannot move, laugh, smile, but today we're gonna be doing a mukbang while I answer some of your juicy questions that I literally did ask on social media. I developed a pimple here and a pimple here. I just like don't want to stress out, you know? It's like good to take care of yourself. But anyways, let's get this all dried up for 15 minutes. Let's get some food and answer your questions. And literally, this is probably the only honest hour like I'm ever gonna do. Okie dokie artichoke. 15 minutes. It's done. I literally look like Casper the Ghost. And it's not even Halloween. Question, is this like blue or white? Because I said it was blue, but someone else said it was white. And I'm like, I don't see the white. So this is what it looks like without any skincare, moisturizer of any sort, any oils. That's how shiny and brightening and purifying the clay mask is. My eyelashes look like spider legs. And yes, someone has actually said that to me before. They literally looked at me and was like, what's like wrong with your eyelashes? They kind of look like spider legs. And I was like, no, you did not just say that. For all the lash girls out there, usually whenever I get my lashes done, I always get it done like honestly like 1 to 3 days in advance for an event, because once they do it, the very first day it's like not ideal, if that makes sense. Like it's like kind of crazy and like super full already. And usually after it falls out in 2-3 days, it's like the perfect look. This tatcha essence is honestly the most amazing thing ever to exist on this earth. It saved my skin. My skin just drinks it all up. Oh, also it says to put on your neck, so I should call him. I wish I could put music in the background right now, like my type of music, but I can't because I'd be copyrighted. So you guys are just listening to like copyright-free music, which is totally fine because honestly, it's like a lifestyle vlog, like vibe, you know? We're literally like halfway done to the skincare routine. I have like 8 steps, not even kidding. Me crying because my man and I live across the country from each other. Oops, did I reveal something? Do you guys see this pimple right here? This is literally driving me nuts. And I used to have one here, but it's slowly going away. I just need to chug a lot of like water, like H2O, like agua, you know? I have really dry, sensitive, eczema prone skin, so this is why I have to have so many steps. And this works for me. I know a lot of people only have like less than 5 steps, but honestly, if I don't do this, my face will act up. Moisturizer from Cetaphil. Looking back at my old videos and photos, like of me not being able to take care of my skin early on properly too. Oh my gosh, my pimples are about to pop. Last step before SPF. I need to put sunscreen on myself though. Glow screen, it's just very natural, dewy, and I think it has like a tint, like a small ass tint, but like not really. Oh my fucking gosh, too much. Okay, so I guess I showed you guys a part of my morning routine, but I have the tatcha lip mask. This will make you look like you have natural lip filler. I'm not even kidding, and it doesn't burn or anything. Just makes it super thick. Let that seep in for a little bit because I had dry lips in the morning. Flawless, no makeup look. SPF. Okay, I'm hungry, so let's get some food and let's do this mukbang Q&A thing. Okay guys, So I got a bowl of spaghetti, a cream cheese bagel, and 1 egg. Sorry, I would go out and get, you know, mukbang stuff like Chick-fil-A like last time I Truth or Drink, but it's time to save money and eat at home. So I literally asked you guys on Instagram and as well as my YouTube community all these juicy questions, like whether you want me to answer about dating, friendship advice, travel, my job, day-to-day schedule, whatnot, some secrets that you've been dying to know about. Is your nail salon and boba tea characters inspired from coworkers, family, or others? This is actually a good story, you guys, just because I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually used to work at a nail salon. I know a lot of you probably do know that already. I worked at a nail salon as a nail receptionist for 4 years, and I'm Vietnamese. So yes, my stories that I would tell would be true, except obviously I would kind of make it a little bit more dramatic because obviously comedic skits. In terms of the boba part, I worked at a boba shop for about 4 days one time, so I kind of knew what to relate to. I have friends who worked in the boba community anyways. So what did your younger self want you to be when you grew up? I love your videos. Oh my gosh, thank you. This is actually kind of insane. I'm not lying when I say this. Ever since I was a kid, everyone would always be like asking everyone, what do you want to be when you grow up? Everyone's saying, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a teacher, I want to be like a firefighter and all that stuff. Meanwhile, I was delusional from the start and I told everyone I wanted to become famous, which is kind of like insane because I don't count myself as famous because it's like not like an A-list celebrity. But I always wanted to grow an online community where I can relate to my followers, relate to my fans, and like do what I loved, being at home and just doing this, talking to a camera. I literally work every day. But am I complaining? No. My younger self would definitely be so proud and would probably start crying. Like, this is a literal dream come true. I think I could pay you of some sort somehow. Like some kind of like award or like a trophy or like something that I would. Oh, I got tomato sauce on it. I should have eaten it first, honestly. Has a fan ever came up to you? What was it like? Yes. Literally the first time ever that a fan has ever came up to me, was really ironic, was when I was in Texas for one of like my brother's soccer tournaments or games or whatever for the weekend. I was there for the first time ever. We were at some kind of Vietnamese restaurant late at night at 9 o'clock. It was just with me and my sister and my parents. We were done eating and then I was like got up. Me and my sister were the last ones to leave the restaurant and this girl comes up to me and was like, excuse me, are you blah blah on TikTok? And I was like, yeah, that's me. It was like, oh my gosh, I love your videos so much. Like, can I get a picture with you? And also I was like, OMG, picture with me. You want a picture with me? Me. I couldn't believe it. My heart was actually kind of beating too, like to the point where I even took a picture with the fan and kept it because it was like a memory. Someone said, what is the craziest spontaneous thing you've ever done? Okay, this might not be too spontaneous, but I guess I can see the truth now because the truth is gonna unfold later eventually. Remember the time I went to New York City for 10 days? Well, originally it was supposed to be like for 6 days and then I ended up extending it for like 3 days or whatever. Yeah, so basically I went on a Hinge date. This guy that I've kind of been talking to, okay? And I ended up extending it because not only was my other friend there for like that time, but I also wanted to hang out with Hinge Boy for a little bit. So I just wanted to see like what it was like, you know what I mean? So I ended up extending it for the first time ever. And that was my first time ever alone in a big ass city like that with like no one with me. Like if you see on the freaking map, Washington is all the way on the left side and then freaking New York is all the way on the furthest on the right side I could possibly ever imagine in the country. Don't know why it's gotta be like that for me and Hinge Boy, but I ended up going on a couple dates with him a little bit and hang out with him. And here we are. He's sending me Valentine's Day flowers. He's sending me freaking flowers that last like a whole year and stuff. He's sending me freaking lunch and stuff like on my doorstep. Basically, he's like treating me and taking care of me, you know? I can finally take off this little thing on my head. Are your toes unpainted or painted? Painted. But if you want pics, it ain't for free. Just so you know. Outside. Your drunkest story. One time I went to LA and I partied at this really well-known club in the Asian community and I was just taking tequila shots left and right in Midori sours and all of a sudden there's a K-pop idol, a group. Well, technically my other friend was like, it's not K-pop, but I'm like, okay, it's like K-indie pop or whatever. They're pretty well known in the United States, let's just say that. I ended up talking to him a little bit. Don't know how that happened. I just like talked to him. And then the rest is history because I don't really want to expose myself all the way, but let's just say that we added each other for a second and yeah, played a little bit of like a flirty game here and there. You know, I can't expose because you know how all the K-pop, K-groups or whatever their fans are gonna like probably freaking chew me up like a freaking dog bone. Actually, no, not a dog bone because they would hate me, so like a rag doll. They would literally chew me around and throw me around like a rag doll. Did you ever consider having OnlyFans? The amount of times I've literally gotten this, like almost every single time that I post
a freaking like Q&A thing, I'm gonna be honest with you, no. I know a lot of people make a lot of money. Well, nowadays you can't really make money like that because there's so many people like in the market doing that anyways. I wouldn't ever do that just because my family's super conservative. I'm more tiny bit on the conservative side when it comes to that stuff. Like travel. Next destination. I booked a trip to New York City again for like a week. This time I'm not really paying that much because I have flying credit. 2 weeks, booked it spontaneously, and it's my man's birthday weekend, so I gotta go. When did you start social media and why? Honestly, I think I started back in 2019, 2 years before COVID actually, so it was probably like super early in 2019. Technically, I started my YouTube a little earlier, but I didn't really post, so that didn't really make sense, you know what I mean? I think I like wanted to do just more lifestyle travel videos, but then I realized that like it costs a lot of money doing travel videos, as you guys can tell, and so I kind of do travel on the side for like a hobby, and if I can film it, and I can film it. I'm kind of more lifestyle entertainment just because I think my day-to-day life is just so random. The most weirdest things happen to me on a daily basis, weekly basis. I just have a lot of story times to tell. I feel like I've just always been born as an entertainer. I always knew that I need a creative job, you know, that I was in control of versus me being controlled by a CEO. New friends and how to handle them, I wouldn't really know because I haven't really made any new friends recently. I kind of pick and choose new friends and categorize them. Are they a social friend? Are they a best friend? Are they a travel friend? You know what I mean? All this stuff. It's okay to categorize them because not all of them will be able to fit into being your best friend, into being your ride or die, or a travel buddy, or like all this stuff, you know? I think that was hard for me growing up and kind of like differentiating the types and like prioritizing what friends, because I like thought that like they're all supposed to be doing that and to be fitting in those categories if they were really your friend. Like nowadays you grow up and that's not really how it works. Everyone has work, everyone has their own lives, has their own relationships, has their own boyfriend or like schedules and stuff, so they're not gonna prioritize you at number one. Someone said, what's your worst nail experience? Drama wise, if I were to pick experience, one time when I was 16, I said this on TikTok and like on Instagram, like a story time already, but one time I was 16, I was going to homecoming and my mom was like, you need to get your nails done. I was like, oh my gosh, but I don't have anyone to go with. So she sends me money, sends me off by myself, and she's like, you need to go. So I was like, fine. I go in the nail salon and I'm like, can I just get like this clear coat gel, but then also like some sparkles at the base a little bit, you know what I mean? And I don't know if I asked for like a gem or something on like one of each hand or something. I don't remember. Okay, I just remember it was very simple, very easy. There was no designs that you gotta paint on. I asked the lady, and the lady was talking Vietnamese and was like, "No, I got you," and I'm like, she literally said that to her like coworker, and the coworker was like in Vietnamese, like, just do it for her. It's not like hard. So, anyways, this is the end of the video. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, engaging with my posts, and really contributing to this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and don't forget to turn that post notification. That way, you know, I'm always posting an entire week. And we'll definitely see you guys in the next YouTube video. Bye!
But she really wanna, but can't stand to see me walk out the door.